People often find it difficult to focus on what actually matters when structuring an essay so that they get the most marks they can. This is a nice, quick and effective way to do it. First, you want to make sure that every single topic sentence uses the key word from the question. This might be significant, vivid, moving, tense. Just make sure you spot what the stem word is or key word is in the question and use it at least once per paragraph, ideally in a topic sentence. The next thing is that you should organise and prioritise what you want to say. This means breaking the passage down into 3 sections, beginning, middle and end, and only choosing what is relevant to the question that's been asked. This means you have to prioritise which quotations you want to use. Don't make the mistake of trying to comment on every single word as if they're all equally important. They're not. You need to show your reading skills by choosing which ones are most important. Once you have narrowed your selection down to a Super 7 or a Top 10, then it's going to give you more time to explore them in greater depth. That is what gets you marks. Next thing is aim at analysing roughly 3 quotations per paragraph. And I like keeping them quite short, sometimes just 1 word long. Again, if you were truly putting a quotation under a microscope, you're going to be able to say more about it than if you were just looking at it from far away. So remember, zoom in, explain why you've chosen it, and give your reasons. Make your depth of analysis very clear. A nice quick way to do this is to say because, as, and since for each question. So for every quotation you choose, make sure you say one reason, because, another one, as, another one, since, and make sure each one focuses on the question. People often forget that sentence length and structure and form are also important points to make. You can't just focus on word level analysis. You have to look at some bigger building blocks. So find the longest sentence and find the shortest sentence in the whole passage and think about whether or not there's any particular reason for them. What impact do they have? When thinking about structure, you might look at some patterns. Are any words repeated? Are there any contrasts or juxtapositions? And then when it comes to form, just think in terms of what are the rules of this type of writing. Every kind of novel, whether it's horror or romance, every kind of poem, whether it's a sonnet or villanelle, plays by a certain set of rules. So ask yourself what type of game is being played here. Is what we expect being fulfilled, or is it in fact being frustrated? How is the writer playing on the reader's expectations? You don't need to do this much, but just once or twice in an essay shows that you can do it. Careful analysis of word choice is the most important element of any essay, but you also need to move beyond that to consider structure and form as well. Lastly, once you've given your analysis, you want to think about what the themes are or what insights into the characters you're getting. And remember, you must look at the words in context. So don't cherry pick quotations. Instead, think about how they connect to the rest of the passage. When you're exploring theme or character, you want to be thinking about what the meanings or messages of the extract are.